thought we talked about coordinating our shirts. Raiders, Golden Knights. No. Anyways, what is going on, crypto family? Happy Thursday and welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. I am one of your co-hosts, David, and we are coming at you from our studio here. And it's getting really weird when it comes to weather, Las Vegas, Nevada, with our week daily, only on the weekdays, live shows. Before we get into the content, quick disclaimer, nothing that anyone says on this channel should be taken as financial advice. So please, as always, do your own research. With that out of the way, I'd like to introduce you to the man who's probably going to blow his lid today. Big Rob, what's that?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. First time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information, and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we don't just do live streams. We are also active on social media, particularly Twitter. And if you haven't followed us on Twitter, what the hell is wrong with you? Speaking about following, are you subscribed to the channel?
Yes.
If you're new here, do us a favor, try us out. 7-day trial. Subscribe, watch us for 7 days. You don't like us, cancel. Ain't gonna happen though. Well, it might happen.
Is there a money back guarantee?
There is no money.
Yes, money back guarantee. Whatever you paid to subscribe, give it back to you. Also, do us a favor, hit that like button. My dude, let's go. Let's get the likes up. Let's get this party started. Speaking of party, when we get to 60 people in the chat, shut it.
60.
And when we get to 60 people in the chat, we will open up the club. We are going to have a Vegas party. We're going to do what Vegas does best. Not only an amazing cryptocurrency YouTube television show, but also nightclubs, parties, and celebrations, which we're going to do when we reach milestones.
It's not a milestone.
Shut it! 60 viewers. Thank you.
Rocco, you know we have the voting power to overrule him, right?
We have
together we have power to overrule.
Rocco is a former DJ, and he likes the party, so I'm sure he wants to open up the club. You want to open up the club today, Rocco?
Absolutely, yeah.
There it is. See? All right, man. I'm telling you, today might be our best show.
You know,
I ain't saying that. This ain't the Round the Blockchain best panel, whatever. Nah, this is some serious jazz right
throwing
here.
shade at.
I ain't. No. I'm saying, you know what? You gotta keep high expectations. I'm just saying that this is gonna be an amazing show today.
You know, someone had a question. They wanted to know where's the bird in the internet failure?
Internet will stay up today. Well, you know what? It is cloudy, raining, thundering outside here in Vegas, and so the likelihood of having
Robin, why do you think I always mention the bad weather? To make people like prepare them for the internet going down.
Okay.
I'm holding the 2-wire to make sure to get.
Rocco is manually holding the wires up to make sure. Man, we have a great show for you guys today. If you're watching after the fact, please use the timestamps we have provided to navigate freely through the live stream, but we do recommend watching it from beginning to end. Obviously, in the thumbnail, Coinbase, BlackRock, and why I think this is the beginning of the end of Bitcoin. I will explain that during our hot take. We're also talking about Coinbase and their stock. Is it going to pull back? Is it going to keep going up? We're also doing some TA on Aave. And I'm going to show you why I think Aave is getting ready to blow up. And also Sandbox. Nice scalping, swing trading opportunity there. We're going to go over that as well. Also, we're talking about not just the Coinbase BlackRock partnership, but Coinbase asked the Supreme Court to dismiss or to hold off on lawsuits and what that would mean for the company if Supreme Court says no. Also, new info on Solana and why people were getting their wallets hacked. And then Meta and Flow blockchain. Big news there. And then Ethereum merge news as well. So really good show. We're excited. Roll call.
Roll call. So first in the chat today, Big Chili Willie. Round of applause for Big Chili Willie.
Round of applause.
So congratulations to you. I don't know. We'll send you something.
We will.
An emoji.
Okay.
Now, Second in the chat, Marky Mark. We got Jimmy up in here. Robert Salazar, Nordy, Brokioshi, Shizzy, Stereo 2s, on the 1s and 2s, and 3s and 4s. We got Brokioshi, already said. One more time. Destroyer. And then we got Henry Garza. He's new.
I'm new this week. Really enjoy the show. Well, we'd love
Henry.
for you to be a regular here.
Henry.
I get the one, Henry.
Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Also, Strictly Sports up in here. Jimmy Wimble. Did I already say Jimmy?
You
I
said Jimmy.
Yes, right. And then we got Jason Talks. Then we got Hendy. Why You Loud Gang. And then Redman. Who else we got?
K Factor.
Chef Murder, K Factor, Fino. And then we got Bubba's. And then
Robert Selesner.
Brian Hamilton. And then
Robert
Liquidated
Salazar.
Shorts, Robert Salazar. And Screams of Crypto. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. So, it's his first time. Better put
Welcome
your
in,
seatbelt
my
on,
friend.
bro. Put your seatbelt on. We going 100 miles an hour today, my dude. I'm just letting you know, David.
I'm going 95.
David was like, "What the hell is wrong with you this morning?" I was like, "Bro, I am cranked."
Oh, God. Okay. You know, let's
What's up?
not waste any time.
That's good. Let's
Go
go.
ahead.
All right. So where we at in the markets? And then Matt Casaba he squeaked in here right in the nick of time. Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin at? Bitcoin sitting at $22,619. And then for the week, down. We are we're starting to retrace, perhaps consolidate. Will we hold this support? 26,000 has been in the last week has been an area of 22.6 has been an area of support. Yeah, here we go. Which we kind of broke. Well, not by much. Anyways,
$500.
yeah, so we've been bouncing off of this 22.6 mark here for the last 3 days. So now it looks like we're going to be testing probably 22,000 flat. And then when was the last time we were below 22,000? That we'll have to go back to 727. So about 10 days ago. So basically in the last 10 days, we've been trading over 22,000. Looks like we are heading to test that new zone. Will we hold up? Will we draw back? Where are we at in the markets? Obviously, we've had a few legs down. We've discussed this ad nauseum here on the show.
Let me ask you this question.
What's up?
Now, we're not going to get into detail now, but BlackRock being the largest asset manager in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Multiple trillions of dollars. Coinbase, are you surprised Bitcoin hasn't moved up?
Nothing really surprises me when it
Would
comes
you,
to big, when it
fix-
comes to news that you expect to move the needle. A lot of times, I think it's like 50-50, man. You get something bullish for Bitcoin, and it's like, yo, Bitcoin's going to rally.
Hold on. So Elon Musk tweets Tesla's buying Bitcoin. It shoots up 40%.
Yeah, I'm
The
I'm
largest
not
asset
saying-
manager class in the world, and I'm not
comparing
arguing with
it.
you.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not
arguing
comparing
with you.
it.
I'm
I'm
just
just-
saying the largest asset manager in the world is essentially bringing Bitcoin to their institutional investors, and Bitcoin dips.
I mean, if that tells you anything, it shows you the conviction that we're in a middle of a bear market and that this isn't some bounce and that the bottom probably isn't it.
If that's not enough of a catalyst, what is, Robin?
Exactly. So if you're thinking like, hey, we're about to be breaking new higher highs and higher lows, and 17,000, 17,000 was a 600, whatever it was, that was the bottom. We're not going to be under there anymore. Like if BlackRock going all in on crypto, partnering with Coinbase, offering custodial services and trading, if that doesn't move the needle, if that news breaks and Bitcoin drops 3.8%, wake up. If that don't pull us out, what will? Biden say, hey, I've been using MetaMask this whole time. Like that's like, I'm just saying, bro.
He sounds more of like a slope wallet kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
A cold wallet.
No,
I feel
slope,
like
though, on that.
Biden would have the wallet that's like really tall that he would have in a suit jacket. Like, It like opens up like this.
No, he would take.
That's an Italian wallet, ain't it, Rocco?
No, Biden would be the kind of guy where he would take a screenshot of his seed phrase and put it on his phone because he would forget, and then he would get hacked and say crypto's bad.
Do you own a wallet like that? Do you own a tall wallet you can put in your suit jacket, Rocco?
Tall wallet?
It's an Italian wallet, I'm telling you.
Oh, here we go. The next 5 minutes, Robin's going to spend
Italian
searching for tall wallets.
Italian wallet for jacket. Let's see.
Okay, no. This is an honest question, Robin. What would move the needle?
Like, tell me. Look at this. Tell me this isn't. Tell me this ain't an Italian wallet. It's literally called Salvatore Ferragamo.
Leave the Italian accents to me and Rocco.
So what are you putting in this
Look,
wallet?
look. This is just it is literally designed to hold at least 20 credit cards.
That is messed up. What does that say? That Italians are bad with finances and they have to have a lot of credit cards? That is.
I just say it, man. This
funny. I never saw this before.
You never seen this one? Hey,
I think.
write it down, bro. Christmas gift for Rocco. A nice tall Italian wallet.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
What's that
So
for? Okay.
he's like, "What's that for?" I'm like,
I'm
"Don't
gonna
worry
make a
about it.
sandwich out of it.
We'll give it to you. We'll let you figure it out." Now, where are we at? Ethereum, big pullback. At least a bigger pullback than Bitcoin. Almost down 5%. If you're looking to get back into Ethereum because you feel like you missed out on the most recent gains when it pumped from 1,000 up to it hit 17,000,
1,800.
yeah, 1,800. Well, you might get another chance. Round 2 is around the corner, and I do believe that we will be testing probably. What do you think? $1,200. I think that's probably a realistic pullback.
I'd say.
Now that could never happen. We could be in all-time new territories, just higher highs, just, the ETH merge, you have corporate adoption, proof of stake ends up being a wild hit, ESG compliant, and, everyone's just FOMO into Ethereum. Very possible. Also, at the same time, I think it's highly likely we're going to pull back, test $1,200, giving you another entry point. So if you feel like you missed out, you'll probably get another chance. At least I think it will. And even if you don't, $1,500 Ethereum, next bull run, 10,000, maybe 15,000. Who knows? Sky's the limit, right? And so, great time to buy? Absolutely. I'm not the only one that thinks that way because we are in a 30-point fear and greed index. So we are in the fear zone. We have a little uncertainty in the market, and you're seeing it in the charts right now. We're having a pullback. Historically, great time to buy, blah, blah, blah. Just know everything in a bear market, whether or not you get it a 10% discount from where it is now, great time to buy. DCA. That's right. And then stock market. Flat, pretty stale as far as movement.
The NASDAQ pumped yesterday.
It did. Now, here's a couple things though. So the numbers haven't moved much in the last in today's trading day. However, that's the index funds. You know who did significantly move? Your boy Coinbase. CON ticker on the Wall Street Exchange up currently 13%, which for the NASDAQ
That's
is
over the 5 days.
What's
Go
that?
to, go to 1 day. It's negative.
No, one day it.
Yeah, it's negative.
Oh, you mean from the open?
From the open, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, actually, if you count for the open, because yesterday, if you count for the open, you got to count for where the close was. So it closed yesterday
80
at $81. So all of these orders were put in after the stock market closed, and they just basically filled when they opened. So technically up for the day.
I think
But
that's bad
in the
news.
what's up?
I think there's bad news coming for the Coinbase stock.
I don't know, man.
As far as price
I
goes.
think they bottomed, bro.
Nope.
I know you say no, but I'm just saying I believe Coinbase bottomed. I think the extreme fear that we had with the failures of custodial services, in particular in exchange, Voyager, how you doing? I think that people felt uncertainty. People were moving money. There's less transactions going on. And then there's the SEC issues where there's a lot of fear and uncertainty and doubt versus with Coinbase and them selling securities. And what is the future for them moving forward with the SEC holding a magnifying glass over top of them? Now,
I got some tea on Coinbase before you move on.
yeah, go
Rocco,
ahead.
will you put on my laptop? So what makes TA on traditional markets a little different than when you do crypto is the fact that you have these gaps, okay? In crypto, you don't have gaps because every candle literally follows a second after the next one, whether you're on the 1 minute, 1 hour, 10 hour, 1 week. So when you have no breaks in trading, you get no gaps. Well, in the stock market, we do get gaps, and gaps tend to get filled. And when you see a large gap like we saw from yesterday to today on Coinbase, if we measure this gap, this is a 15%, 13, 14% gap, okay? We're already red on the day from where we opened. We opened at about $106 from the pre-market rally, and now we're sitting at a little over $90. So my bet, and looking at everything, you got to remember here too, earnings. Their earnings report comes out in 5 days. August 9th, earnings come out. They're estimated to be down 2.45, $873 million in the red. Now, will they miss the mark and go lower? This might push the price back down to that $55 range. But if you bought Coinbase at 45, like Marky Mark said, and of course, Marky Mark, it's not financial advice. You bought it at $45 and you're looking to take some profit or take some money out and rebuy it back in at similar levels, $50, $52, might be a good time to either ladder out now on the way down or just pull a nice chunk out, take some profit, set it aside, wait for it to dip back down. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not saying you should do it. But if I had money, if I had bought Coinbase stock at $50 and you see this big pump, and on the same day, it cannot maintain that pump, and you have a gap here that needs to be filled, I'd be concerned. I'd be looking at getting back in right around $55. We'll see if we go down low. Now, we know there's great news with the BlackRock thing, but there's also some negative news that we're going to go over during our talking points as well. So what do you think about that, Robin?
I think damn near a 2x in the stock market is straight victory, especially in the short term. So ain't nothing wrong with taking profits. I do think there will be a pullback. I still think that the bottom is in 47. I think is going to be the all-time low.
$45. I can see that.
Now, could we go down there again? Could Bitcoin pull down to 12,000 and all of a sudden Coinbase stock goes down to $30 or something like that, or maybe the SEC files some formal lawsuit? Anything's on the table. Now, if there's no black swan events, I think Coinbase will be fine. I don't think their stock's going to dramatically drop any further than their previous all-time low. And so I would feel comfortable just moving forward with them. And there probably is going to be a pullback, but great long-term hold. I don't think Coinbase is going anywhere. And we already know the power of Bitcoin's movement, and this is just 100% correlated to Bitcoin's price. So if Bitcoin's price rallies in the next bull market and you happen to buy Coinbase at $40, you're probably going to get a $400 Coinbase stock eventually. Yep. Especially in the thick of the next bull run. So great investment in my opinion, not financial advice. Now,
especially when you have the largest asset manager picking you to essentially service their clients.
I choose you, Coinbase.
Pokemon, right? Is that Pokemon?
It is.
Who's your favorite Pokemon, by the way?
No,
I like Venusaur.
I have no idea.
Not big on the
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I mean, I like the concept. I like the game. I just never really had like an emotional connection to a certain character.
You have emotional connection to killing people. That's why you like Call of Duty?
Yeah, but I don't have an emotional connection to any of the characters in Call of Duty. I just like the competitiveness that is Call of Duty and basically showing, flexing your dominance.
Killing people.
And yes, you do have to kill other avatars.
I don't want to, but I have to, guys.
It's part of I'm not vegan, so I got to eat other animals to survive. In the same way in Call of Duty, dude, I gotta take you down, bro. I'm sorry. Your boy hungry. He got to eat. I need victories. I need dubs, baby. Let's go. It's the same thing with trading. You know what? Every time you make profit in trading, somebody lost money on the back end. So, everyone's here like, well, I don't want anybody to lose money. Like, do you want to make money? That's the question. You want to make money? Then somebody got to lose money. You got to take you want to make $5, you got to take $5 from somebody else. You want to make $5,000, you got to take $5,000 from somebody else. You want to make $5 million, you got to take $5 million from somebody else. That's how it works. So it's a dog eat dog world, bro. You want to eat or you want handouts? You want kibbles and bits? Now,
Kibbles and bits.
that's right.
Moby Sage wants to know: do you invest in the stock in the S&P 500?
Yes, is the only stock that I own currently.
Not a stock.
I used to be diversified. I own the S&P 500. That is my hedge against the crypto market. I'd rather hold S&P 500 than cash.
What about
S&P 500 traditionally outpaces inflation.
What about S&P versus Nasdaq?
No, if I'm going to be in Nasdaq, I might as well just hold Bitcoin, right? So is less volatility, longer sustained growth, less risky, I guess you could say. So for me, only stock I own, S&P 500. I do think it's a great diversification. I think shouldn't go 100% all in with Bitcoin unless you're Sailor. But you know what? Dude's got a lot of money. It's not like if price of Bitcoin goes down, dude's eating ramen noodles. Let's be real.
His shareholders will be.
Hey, dog eat dog world, bro. All right. Now,
Hold on.
what's up?
I'm curious. Okay, how was that conversation? Because obviously, you know, when you make a move like that and you spend $4 billion of company money on an asset class like cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Like, how do you think that conversation went behind closed doors with the shareholders or the call or whatever? Like,
you know how it went? It was Sailor doing one of those YouTube interviews, but in front of the boardroom. He was like, it's monetary energy is moving at the speed of light. And it's just like inflation. He's like, I bought my house for whatever. Like, hey, I love his speeches. But you know what? As many times as we've heard those speeches, first of all, that's not even our boss. That's just some dude we were like pulling up on the internet. So the people that work for him already respect him. Right. The people that are shareholders and have, became millionaires because they were shared the early vision that Michael Saylor did. Those people that are in that room were all aboard before anybody in the mainstream media knew who he was. And so now this guy that you believed in that has brought you success is over here pitching the next great idea. He's like, yo, I've been right about this. Look at our company. We have grown. The next thing that we're going to do is do this Bitcoin thing. And here's why. Everyone listens. It was an easy sale for him, right? It's harder to convince people that don't believe in Bitcoin to, come aboard. But he's got a bunch of yes men there. Jason Mack, what's up, my dude? Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. All right. And then I did... Today, speaking of Sailor, I did reply to Sailor. Here, take a look. Pull up my laptop. He said, heart emoji in the Bitcoin color. I said, it's funny how...
the Bitcoin color, that's orange.
That is correct. That is the right color. Yes, good job. Round of applause for David, please. Orange is the Bitcoin color. Now, I did reply, it's funny how a shift in positions in your company has mainstream media formulating a thesis on the failures of Bitcoin, an indictment based on speculation to fit a certain narrative. I want to pull that up.
What do you mean by that? Layman's term.
It means exactly what it says. It's a shift in positions. He didn't retire. He didn't quit.
A lot of wait, hold on before you move on. A lot of people say this is what companies do from a PR perspective. When they're trying to send someone off, a founder of a company, when they're trying to get him out of the company,
it's his company.
That's what I'm saying. It's a classic PR move that when you want to get someone out, especially a founder, you give him essentially a useless role, and then eventually you fades off into the sunset. Do you think that's what's happening?
No, and it literally says here is like it's shift in positions. So the person. What's his name? Feng Li. He's been groomed for that position. So he's been the successor.
There 7 years.
Yeah, he's been the successor. He's been the expected replacement for Sailor. He's been training for it. If this is a Star Wars movie, Sailor is a bald-headed dude with the cape on. And then
Palpatine or Emperor
Emperor Palpatine. And then this is was it Darth Maul or whatever it is. Anyways, this has been a long time coming. This ain't no surprise.
I don't know, man.
I don't really blame Sailor, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if the shareholders voted for him to be out of the day-to-day.
They didn't vote for him. He stepped down.
That's
And
just what they said, bro. I'm just
that's
saying.
what I'm saying. Hey, okay, it is funny
That's what
how
I'm saying,
Okay, so it is funny.
It's low.
Listen, it
Yeah.
is funny how a shift in positions within your company has mainstream media formulating a thesis.
But look at the.
And so now they're all brainstorming. They're like, well, this is what happens. They're trying to shift power and they're having to step down. This has been coming. It's been in the works. The dude, even if they didn't go into Bitcoin, even if they didn't purchase Bitcoin, they never even touched that avenue. This person was here before they adopted Bitcoin. His successor, Feng Li, he was the next in line. And so that was before they bought a single Bitcoin. So now that it happened, mainstream media is like, hey, this happened because they failed on Bitcoin. That's their narrative. That's what they're trying to spin up. And then finally I say an indictment based on speculation to fit a certain narrative. So Fox News is like, yep, see, he failed. We're right. Bitcoin's trash. For what? Because the dude decided to take the next chain of command and put him in his spot so he can focus on Bitcoin. Crazy. All right, real quick. Treasury curve. Inversion deepens. So the treasury curve from the 2-year and the 10-year, that flipped about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. The gap is growing. The gap between the 2 and the 10-year yields shifted to a fresh extreme, with the longer rate dropping to be as much as 38 basis points. Now, that level on the
That's big, man.
yeah. So it hasn't been this much of a gap since year 2000. And then
But guys, by the way, the yield curve inversion, that has never, ever in the history been wrong about a recession following. So the White House can say whatever they want. They can change whatever narrative, whatever explanation, definition of a recession is. But when you look at facts and statistics and history, we are definitely, if we're not already in one, we are 100% going into a recession. And I'm tired of hearing all this labor market is strong, people are spending more money. That is irrelevant. It is irrelevant.
Pull up my laptop. You sir, pitching softballs today. Weekly jobless claims rise.
I had no idea you had this coming up on this.
I know, that's why I said pitching softballs. Weekly jobless claims rise to 250,000, ahead of non-farm payroll report. Are you excited for the non-farm payroll report, David? There we go. All right. So initial claims for unemployment insurance totaled 2,600 last week, nearing the highest level since November. Then the total for the week ends on July 30th, was in line with the Dow Jones estimate. So pretty similar to last estimate. Now, the U.S. trade deficit on a shifting topic here. So the U.S. trade deficit in goods and services decreased to basically $80 billion in June, down $5.3 billion, lower than the estimate of just the flat 80.
So we're exporting a little more than we're importing.
Mm-hmm.
That's good for GDP.
It is, yeah. And we're seeing some positive indicators on the next GDP numbers, whether it's sustainable, we'll see. Also, on the grand.
Here's the thing, man. I think GDP would be a lot worse. You have real GDP and you have GDP. Okay, real GDP adjusts for inflation because GDP is essentially a formula. It's consumer spending, business spending, government spending plus net exports. Consumers are spending more because inflation's high. Therefore, businesses are spending more because wages are going up, and government spending more because, well, the government always spends more money. So, not taking the real GDP out, which already takes inflation into concern, that is not what the GDP number is when we come out and see negative 0.9. Do you really think the economy contracted less than 1% in 3 months? It's just these numbers are so fudged up. We get numbers shown to us that fit a certain narrative or don't look as bad as what they really are. If they showed the real inflation numbers, the real GDP numbers, who the hell in their right mind would be able to look in the camera straight and say, we're not in a recession? No one.
Put a camera on me. We're not in a recession. I'm playing. You're gonna throw something at me. All right.
Joe. No, seriously though, man. Like, it's like they're trying to like shelter us from information and this and that. Why? We're not dumb. Information is out there. Google's there. Like, information, anyone. Just like.
Okay, here's a question for you. Are we gonna come in over 10% in inflation here in this country?
No, just because oil's been down.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Are you surprised that the UK? Are you surprised they printed a 9.7 or 9.8% inflation last month?
Am I surprised?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Are you surprised that it's pretty on par with the US, right?
Okay.
Makes sense, right? All right, pull up my laptop. So in a dire outlook for the UK economy, the Bank's Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, forecasts inflation peaking at 13.3% this October. So they're predicting over 13% inflation in UK. We've been very close to matching the same inflation as the UK. We've been neck and neck.
But we know Europe's energy crisis is different.
It is. So you're telling me if UK's inflation is at 13%, the US ain't gonna be over 10? Wrong. We're gonna be 11, 10 and a half.
If the right numbers are reported, yes. But here's the problem, Robin. The right numbers are not reported.
This isn't the right numbers either. 13% for UK is probably 35%. And if they're printing a 13%, right now they're printing 9. Right now we're printing 9. If they print 13, we print over 10. Guaranteed.
When do the numbers come out, by the way? Inflation numbers. Is it next Wednesday?
I don't have the chart on that. Also, the bank made a grim prediction. So that was their grim prediction. They raised their interest rates from 1.25 to 1.75. So, hey, that's big for them though. They're way behind us, and they're starting to catch up now with the interest rate. Now, also, I don't want to spend too much more time. I want to start talking crypto here in a second, but just real quick, mortgage rates fell under 5%. That is
wait, mortgage rates
yeah.
They fell below. Okay.
Yeah. The 30-year fixed mortgage went from 5.3 down to 4.99.
Wow.
You know what? Not everything is like I said before. Not everything is simple as plus and minuses, where you add a percent here and it translates 100% through the system. You got to remember that
that's weird.
That banks want to be competitive. They want to offer mortgages, and if people are not coming in to sign a 30-year mortgage, if people are not there to buy houses, their mortgage department is gonna cut their profit margins to bring in business. It's as simple as that. If you're a business, it doesn't matter if you're a bank, you're just a straight up business, and business is down, people are buying less. What do? You have a sale. Ain't no different. Now, also oil prices. This is also good. So a couple good points to make here.
Which is also what happens during a recession.
Yeah, so that is true. But either way, but there you can always look at the two sides of the argument. What got us into the recession was oil price. Anyways, oil prices slid 4% on Wednesday to almost a six-month low after U.S. data showed crude and gasoline stockpiles unexpectedly surged last week, and OPEC said it would raise its oil output to target 100,000 barrels per day.
That's nothing.
I know.
That is nothing. That's like 0.5%.
And where's the price of oil? Sorry, today alone, down 2%. And this is the year-to-date chart. As you can see, we did peak out at about $122 a barrel, and we are now at $88 a barrel. So that's good. Good for supply chain. Good for the inflation. Good for the. I don't think it's speaking to. It's not speaking to, hey, we're not in a recession, but it is speaking to things maybe alleviating a little. Maybe we get a bounce back. Maybe we get a little bit of a rally before November or something like that. Because I do think the stock market is gonna
a BS
pump
rally,
before.
and you know why.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know why.
BS rally. I'm not saying it's not real, but I do think with the falling price of oil, with you're gonna get the Christmas sales and on Black Friday, people have been wanting to shop. I don't know. I just got a feeling, and then with the midterms. Think you're going to get a little economic prosperity, a little psych out. People are going to be excited. They're going to spend some money.
I got a feeling this year parents are going to be telling their kids Santa Claus got lost in the North Pole. He ain't coming.
That's what you say to your kids. Because you a bad Santa. Bad Santa.
Do you like that movie? Bad Santa? With, what was that? What's that guy's name?
Bernie Mac.
No, he was, no.
Bernie Mac wasn't bad Santa.
No, the main guy.
Bernie Mac.
No,
Bernie Mac.
Should I Google
Angelina
Bad Santa?
Jolie's dad or something.
Billy Bob Thornton?
Yes.
What about him?
He was the main guy.
Not her
He was
dad.
Santa.
It was her husband.
Yeah,
Oh, her husband. I got time to watch movies, bro. Okay, you know, Redman brought up a good point.
Exactly.
He said 50-year mortgages. I not the first time I've heard that.
That's crazy. Literally, you sign a mortgage and just to be in debt for the rest of your life. With no chance of ever owning something. Literally what you're doing, you're like, hey, you're gonna be 30 years old. Like, here, we're gonna just put you in debt until you die. And then you can transfer that debt over to somebody else.
Okay, but what percentage of people do that right now anyways? What percentage of people die with debt? My dad died with debt.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
My
that
grandma died with debt.
at least give me the illusion that I can live debt free. At least give me a target. And then if I want to refinance and
Rob,
screw my
would you
own
rather-
debt. But like,
Would you-
if I have a 30-year mortgage and I'm 12 years in, then I see a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm like, yo, I got 18 years left.
Okay,
and this
would-
thing is paid off. But now, if you got a 50-year mortgage and you're fucking 8
Okay,
years
no,
in,
hold on.
you're like, I
Hear
got
me out.
42 years left.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Got to eat my special cake
Hear me
breakfast
out.
so I don't die early.
Would you rather rent for the rest of your life because you cannot afford a 30-year mortgage, or would you rather be able to buy a home for a 50-year
How
mortgage?
about you don't get a 50-year mortgage? The amount
What if
of
that's
money,
your only option?
It's
what
not.
If you can't.
It's
What if you
not
can't
your
afford a
only
30-year?
option. It's not your only option.
Okay.
The amount of money that you pay the bank on a 50-year mortgage is probably 3 times the price of the home at this point, because you're right around paying double for your home on a 30-year mortgage. And so if you buy a $250,000 house, you're going to end up being closer to $500,000 by the time you pay that thing off. I don't even want to know what a 50-year mortgage is. You're probably going to buy a $250,000 house
Pay
and you're going to
$800,000.
end up paying $1 million back by the time it's done.
Yeah.
And that's just that. I don't believe in a 50-year mortgage. I don't believe in a 10-year car note, because first of all, if you ain't driving your car for 10 years, you don't need a 10-year mortgage and a loan, car loan. You don't. 4 years. You can't pay it off in 4 years. Don't buy it. Buy something cheaper. Simple as that. You can't afford a 50-year mortgage. Buy something cheaper. I'm sorry. You know where I live? I live in the not so luxurious part of Las Vegas. Everyone else I know, because I don't hang out with the demographic that I live around. But the people that I hang out with regularly, like, man, why you live over there? Like, why you pay $5,000 a month in the mortgage? Why you pay $3,000 a month in the mortgage? I'm like, I'm happy. My house is beautiful. Everybody comes over, you're like, your house is nice. Well, you know what? My mortgage is $800. $800. I live in a ghetto. I don't care. I don't, because I don't want to be a slave to a mortgage company. If I want to take a day off or indulge and go out to a nice dinner, I can. And I'm not sitting here like, well, I can't
But why are you
spend
so cheap all the time?
Because that's why. That's how I am.
All right, let's get back to some crypto. Okay, so
All right.
are you done with your traditional and your
That's it. That's all I got, baby.
Rocco? Pull up my laptop. So let's take a look at DeFi Llama. Let's take a look at total value locked. Now we bottomed out. This was June when everything happened. Celsius right after Terra Luna. Under 70 billion in total value locked. We are currently up 87.58 billion total, which is about a 20% gain in a little over 6 weeks. And the top protocols here, you have MakerDAO, Lido, Aave, which I'm going to be doing some TA talking about here in a second. Uniswap and Curve. If we go to the chains, obviously we know Ethereum's going to be number one. 65% of the total value locked is through Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain. Then you have Tron. If I go back here, because I forgot to mention it, if you look at just right side of the top 5 or the top 6, you have JustLand. which is the lending platform for Tron. So Tron's making headway. They're in the top 3 for DeFi total value lock, followed by Avalanche, Solana, Polygon Matic, and the Crypto.com chain. Do you still believe in Kronos, Robin?
Yeah.
You do?
If you believe in the exchange, you believe in their token.
Do you believe in the exchange?
Yeah, 100%. So if FTX has a token, I believe in it. Coinbase decides to launch a token, I believe in it. Because it's essentially its success. The success of the token is 100% reliant on the success of the exchange. So the exchange grows, becomes a larger player, has more trading fees, generates more money. Then in turn, their whole ecosystem grows, token included. That's it, man. And then you have so many incentives to use, like to hold BNB. You get like lower trading fees. And I'm just giving you an example as like one of the largest tokens that came to rise, the Binance Smart Chain token. I mean, that thing gave you so many incentives. There was so much advertising that
and so many scams that came about.
No, I'm not talking about the smart chain. I'm talking about their token to use to go when you go on Binance. First of all, they advertise the crap out of it. So you have your token being advertised to people that have an account on your platform. And so you have no option but to sit there and digest it. And you already believe in the platform enough to open an account and do KYC. So if you're using Binance as an example, you already believe in Binance enough that they're going to be able to custody your money without losing it, at least in between the times of trading and from the time it takes you to remove it to a hardware wallet. Do you feel comfortable putting money into an exchange that you've never heard of that's overseas in South Korea?
No.
Exactly. You don't. So you don't feel comfortable. So at this point, if I decide to put my money in Binance, I feel comfortable enough with the platform, and I feel like they have enough of a vision that I want to use them. And so I already have a bias first off of there. And now if you're going to advertise to me, here's my token here. We'll give you 20%. You buy this, you get cheaper trading fees. Why not? Same reason. You come to Vegas, you sit down at a bar and the bartender's like, "Yo, I'll give you a drink for free. Put $10 in the machine." Makes sense. You at face value, you're like, even if you don't gamble, and even if you don't believe in it, you're like, well, hey, I'll save some money by putting this in here and get 2 beers, spend $10, and then I put $10. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You got people that like, they don't maybe necessarily want to buy the token for the exchange, but they're sitting on the exchange getting advertised and like, yo, make some money. Here it is. Boom. That's why you get in it. You're laughing at.
What is going on?
Crypto Fanatic said, Kronos sounds like some Robin would catch in the ghetto.
Right.
All right, let's do some TA. So I decided to put a chart together. So these are the top 4 competitors. Or you can take yeah, there you go. Top 4 competitors to Ethereum. Okay. Polkadot, Solana, Avalanche, Cardano. Cardano's in blue, AVAX is in red, Solana's in green, Polkadot is in pink. Okay. 5-day. Polkadot's ahead, up 27%. Solana 16, AVAX 15, Cardano 10%. We go to the 1 month. AVAX is up 39% over the last month, followed by Solana at 23, Polkadot at 21, and Cardano at 11. We zoom out to 3 months. Everything's in a negative, but now it's flipped. Cardano has lost the least out of these 4 competing layer 1s for the top space. And if you go back to 6 months, same thing, Cardano. And then year to date, everything's down over 60%. AVAX down 80%. Now, Robin, off of these year to date lows, okay? What's your pick of these 4 right here? Cardano, Polkadot, Solana, AVAX. Are you going just based off of who's off their year to date high the most, which would be Avalanche, or are you going with
what's my time horizon? That's big because I mean, if it's a 5-month time horizon, AVAX. If it's 5 year, it's Cardano.
So far, this is 8 months year to date.
But
Let's say for the remainder of the year.
To your question.
So hold for the remainder of the year.
So 4 months. I'll hold Avalanche 4 months.
Chat, what would you guys do? Cardano, Polkadot, Solana, or Avalanche? Okay. Avalanche down 80%, Solana down 76%, Polkadot down 70%, and ADA down 62%. Off of their year-to-date highs. What are you holding for the next 4 months? Let us know. I want to talk about Aave, okay? Before I get into price action. So Aave just, their DAO approved their Go stable coin, and the proposal was passed, and Aave pumped. Also, the wallet activity reaches a year high, okay? 2022 high off of the stablecoin decision. And if we go look at CoinMarketCap, and you know, Robin and I, when we used to do deep dives on these specific projects, first thing we'd always talk about when it came to tokenomics is the supply that is in circulation in respect to how much total supply there is. So right now you have about 14 million Aave tokens circulating, and the max supply is 16 million. Close to 90% of the supply is already in circulation, which is good, which means we don't have to worry about inflation killing the price, okay? If we go and we look at the price action on Aave, Aave got all the way up, okay, all-time high. You're looking at over $600. It wicked up to $600. And you're talking about, in my opinion, the new way of DeFi, okay? People went with the Celsius, they went with the Vault, they went with all these companies that took your private key, gave you these high interest rates. Aave is going to lead the next DeFi charge. Mark my words. Everything is locked in a smart contract. There is no intermediary holding your tokens. There is no rehypothecation. It's essentially a Uniswap, but for borrowing and lending. And when I'm looking at the price action on Aave, okay, Robin, if I said Aave is a $50 billion market cap cryptocurrency project, is that something that's in the realm of possibilities?
Where are they at now?
They got all the way up to $674 per token, which got it, I believe, to about $6 billion. Like, my math could be off. Right now it's at 94 bucks.
But what's this market? You're talking about market cap. So what's
correct?
Yeah, I don't know where the market cap is.
Right now,
yeah.
Market cap
You're
is
asking me if they get to 50
at
billion.
1.3.
50x?
Just say Terra Luna,
Okay, so that's,
Terra Luna and UST ecosystem. Can it match that?
Can it 50x?
Can it match the Terra Luna and the UST ecosystem? I know they're not apples to apples, but can it?
I don't see. For me, I like to remove the noise from the question. Like, you ask me a question, will it reach this price target? I don't want to compare it to, like.
No, I didn't ask you if it would reach it. I say, is it in the realm of possibilities?
Okay, yeah. So your question is, will it 50x? Is it possible to 50x? Yeah, I think anything in the top 200 is possible to 50x. I don't think. And then what's the time horizon? Not going to happen in the next 4 years.
You don't think it'll happen in the next bull run?
No. 50x? No.
Okay.
Most projects you'll get. I mean, Cardano was a good example. They got 100x out of their bull run, maybe even a 200x. Decentraland X'd a bunch. There are a lot of examples. I just think for the mass adoption, I don't think you're going to 50x. Not this bull cycle. Now,
what do you guys think?
What was the price of it? You said $9?
$94.
$94.
All-time high.
I can see a 20x.
All-time high 680.
I can see a nice 20x out of it. I think that's realistic. Real quick, we got a couple new people in here. BG and Jay. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Now, so I believe in the product. I'm not trying to short sell it. I just, you don't out of CeFi took its lumps this last bull run, or at least during the crash of coming off of the bull run. And we saw what happened to Celsius. I know you discussed it. I think there's just a negative connotation on this space, and it's going to take more than one bull cycle to shake it out. The same way that we had the ICO craze of last bull market, there was still ICOs around. There were still people investing in ICOs, but to the magnitude at which that thing grew, the magnitude that people had FOMO to get into ICOs, that wasn't there this bull market. And so this CeFi craze, it ain't going to be here next bull market. I'm not saying it's going away. I'm just saying the amount of mania and the amount of parabolic growth that it got ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna roll back over next bull
Yeah,
market.
but you know what it will roll into? DeFi.
Yeah,
And who's at the top?
DeFi.
Who will be at the top of the DeFi kingdom? And in my opinion, it's just opinion, it's going to be Aave.
Aave isn't DeFi.
Aave isn't DeFi? So then what's Aave?
They do decentralized lending finance, but I'm just
That's
saying.
DeFi.
No, okay, but
By definition, that's
they're
DeFi,
they're essentially a lender, and they
Which is DeFi.
offer staking, and
which is decentralized finance.
it fits more for me. Real DeFi.
Is
No,
what?
no, it's programs. It's not a company. If a company's
Aave
there,
is a program. It's not ran by anyone. It's got a DAO, and everything is tied to a smart contract. That's what I'm saying. It's not a Celsius. It's not a vault. It's everything. You
okay,
hold your own
yeah,
private
You're
keys.
making good points. I hear you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I hear you.
Continue.
But for me, what I think the next bull market is going to be is going to be smart contracts without staking and lending and borrowing. It's going to be just straight transactional. It's going to be a function of smart contracts. That's it. That's it. At the most simple, basic level, it's going to be Uniswap on steroids, bro. That's it. You're going to have cross-chain compatibility, and then you're going to have cross-finance compatibility. You're going to have a Uniswap that swaps Bitcoin to cash. That's coming. Think about it. No more ACH deposit. You're just straight up checking account Bitcoin. DeFi style, baby. That's coming.
Aave is DeFi.
I'm
And
not
Aave-
saying that at its root cause. I'm just saying that bull market, that bull run of DeFi, that came. And it ain't gonna be as popular
That
as it was
wasn't
last
DeFi,
time.
bro. That was CeFi. That was CeFi.
Uniswap came into existence in 2017. Or no, excuse me, in the 2019 run up. No, there was nobody. Ethereum didn't even have smart contracts before 2019. So essentially, DeFi was what kicked off the bull market. And all I'm saying is that each bull market has its own little new sectors that pop up. And next bull market, there ain't going to be a gigantic meme coin craze. It'll be something different. Last craze, ICO. This craze, DeFi, ICO. What crashed it last time? ICOs and whatever else.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, people will always will always borrow money, always. And if you have a huge bag of cryptocurrency assets like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, and you want to borrow against it versus going to a bank, paying a fee for an application, having them run your credit, you have to submit paperwork for your
But
income.
you have to have the collateral to borrow on
That's
that.
what I'm saying. If you are someone who has that collateral and you want to borrow money, because people will never stop borrowing money. Ever. And if you want to leverage your
I
assets
get
like
that.
cryptocurrency,
I get that.
You're going to use DeFi. And CeFi is dead. No more Celsius. No more those types of platforms. So what's your next best option? It's projects like Aave, like Compound, like Kyber, okay?
But you gotta have significant amount of capital to borrow on it. So
That's
I'm
not
thinking on the
true.
grand scheme of things. Like what is
That is not true.
It
You can
is
borrow against a quarter of a Bitcoin if you really
okay?
wanted to.
How much? Okay, can you borrow $1 million right now, David?
If I
Do you have
don't
enough
the
collateral? I'm just saying, do you have enough collateral
No,
in crypto?
I can't.
Exactly. So you're
it's
out
not-
the game.
Oh, so-
how many
So
millions
okay,
of people
so it's
have
only
no
the
access?
people that borrow millions of dollars that run DeFi.
Your premise is that Aave is going to explode because everybody's going to be borrowing money, but there's not enough people in this game that
Dude.
have collateral because the adoption
are
is
the
so small.
institutions going to stop borrowing money?
I'm not saying that the
Where are they
project is
go?
going to
They're not
die.
going to Celsius.
I'm just saying next bull run.
How much institutional money was in Celsius, man? A lot.
Yes.
Where's that money going to go next cycle? You can't tell me they're going to stop borrowing. You can't tell me that. They will not stop borrowing. Where are they going to go?
That's what people do. They borrow. But okay, here's what kicks off every single bull run. Every single bull run is the mass adoption of retail. It is the FOMO of retail. And the FOMO of retail of people that are not experienced do not have Bitcoin sitting in wallets ready to collateralize. You know what they have? They have $1,000 and sitting in their savings account that their friend told them, hey, you should put money in this. That, whatever this is, whatever that next crypto project is, that one thing that their friend tells them about 4 years from now that's about to go parabolic, the person that has no money to put into collateral, that, whatever that is the next catalyst to the bull run. And I don't know what it is. And maybe it's DeFi in some really cool and wrapped up way, but it ain't collateral, because these people, the new wave of crypto adoption, of bringing in all the masses, injecting this ton of liquidity, that ain't coming from people that got collateral to put on Aave. I'm sorry.
Okay, so not 50x. Can it 20x?
Yeah, I said that. I said that earlier.
You're looking at a $2,200 Aave, and you can
Yeah.
pick it up for $95. $95.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Great idea. I love Aave. I absolutely love Aave. Game changer. But the conversation started, 50x, not happening. Something else is going to 50x, and it's going to be real DeFi. That's what we're arguing about. You know, this is cool DeFi. It's lending DeFi, but I see DeFi evolving into something that fundamentally we don't even understand yet. It's something that's going to be so cool, so amazing. In the same way that, like, when I first heard about Uniswap, I'm like, hold on a second. I can just start trading different tokens with a different person over here, and nobody's controlling it. I can sell my Ethereum and buy Bitcoin without anyone facilitating it. Simply a computer program. And now, just imagine the possibilities by applying any smart contract to execute anything. I mean, who knows? Be all kinds of cool stuff you can think of.
I love Aave. Aave is going to be one of my
I
biggest
love Aave
bets.
too.
You don't love Aave. You're Aave hater. All right. The last chart I want to go over, and then we're kind of behind, so we're going to.
And we got Tom Willems. Hola! Welcome to the City Crypto.
What up, Tom? Safe Moon. That's what they have. Okay, so Flow had a massive pump. We're going to talk about why. But I would, there's a lot of volume behind it, but it's getting to that very oversold level. I would look to take some profit, buy back in at about $2, which has been a nice resistance level. If we can touch $2 and go back up, it's good news. But rallies like this off of news, I would take profit if you are that kind of trader. So just a heads up.
What goes up must come down.
That's right. And flowing up, flowing down. Rocco, let's move on to our next segment of our show, our hot take.
It's hot.
All right. Obviously, big news of the day. Coinbase scores deal with BlackRock to give Aladdin customers Bitcoin access. Crypto exchange Coinbase has partnered with BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, to offer institutional users of its Aladdin platform access to crypto through Coinbase Prime. Connecting the two systems will give BlackRock's institutional clients, who manage $20 trillion cumulatively, they will give them access to Coinbase trading, custody, prime brokerage, and reporting services. Initially, that would include access to Bitcoin. Coinbase saw $1.6 billion in trading volume over the past day, with institutional clients accounting for 70% of that volume. Coinbase is one of the go-tos for institutional. They're also one of the go-tos for where miners sell their Bitcoin. So they usually have more Bitcoin at hand than any exchange. We saw that flip to Binance. I believe it was Binance or FTX a couple of weeks ago. But BlackRock said in a press release that the partnership means its clients will be able to track their crypto investments alongside the rest of their portfolio. This connectivity with Aladdin, by the way, Aladdin is like a software program BlackRock has. Kind of think of it like a TD Ameritrade style thing where you can go in there, has all your assets there, you can manage, trade in and out of. Will allow clients to manage their Bitcoin exposures directly in their existing portfolio management and trading workflows for a whole portfolio view of risks across asset classes. I want to go to and I'm going to go first on this hot take. Okay, in the description in the title of the video, it said Bitcoin is dead. Bitcoin is dead. This deal will kill Bitcoin, and I don't mean that Bitcoin is going to zero. I don't mean that I'm not going to continue to buy Bitcoin, but the reason Bitcoin was created. Let's remember why Bitcoin is even here today. After 2008 happened, someone or people by the name of Satoshi Nakamoto saw the control that banks and institutions had on money. And they created Bitcoin as a way for people, regular people like us, to decouple from that. And with companies like BlackRock coming in, and institutions and hedge funds and VC firms, whatever the case may be, coming in, it is killing what Bitcoin came here to do, what Satoshi's vision for Bitcoin was. So in that sense, Bitcoin is dead. Bitcoin is not just a peer-to-peer transaction network. Bitcoin isn't meant to free the people of the shackles of institutional money and Wall Street. It is not that anymore. Was it ever meant to be that? Like, would it ever have come to that? I don't know. Probably not. Bitcoin's clunky. It's slow. But you got to remember, guys, whales manipulate markets. Institutions manipulate markets. And I talked about this ad nauseum, and you pushed back on me so much. I said, I think it might be different because institutions and companies with a lot of money are going to look at an asset class like Bitcoin and say, wow, this is pretty easy to manipulate. And I believe that is what we are going to see moving forward, because a company like BlackRock, who created the ESG narrative, if it's bad for the environment, we're not going to dabble in it. Where are you at? Where are you at, Larry Fink? BlackRock? You're telling me Bitcoin is the most ESG compliant cryptocurrency out there? No, it's not. So what reason would you have to come into Bitcoin, the largest asset manager class in the world, who had just lost $2 trillion of assets from their investors this year alone to date? Why? Because you want to manipulate the market, and you know you can make money in Bitcoin because it's got a limited supply. You know exactly how it works in and out. There's no owner. You don't have to worry about a CEO of a company making the rash decisions. I mean, we can't even get the miners to vote on a proposal to make it whatever the case may be. And so I want to go to a tweet. This is from Super Metaverse. Satoshi, Bitcoin is for the people. Bitcoin maxis. Sure thing, as long as the people are governments, billionaires, hedge funds, investment banks, and every millionaire on the planet, because we believe in the power of the people. In that sense, Bitcoin is dead. Bitcoin is no longer what Satoshi wanted it to be. It is now a digital gold. It is a store of value, hedge against inflation. It's another market sandbox for institutions to play in, to make money in, and to make money off of us and to manipulate the market. Does that mean I'm going to stop buying Bitcoin? No. Right? I never bought into the ethos of Bitcoin being peer-to-peer, because if you look at what's under the hood, it was never going to work on a mass scale. On a mass scale, it was never going to work. So Bitcoin, to me, I'm buying, I'm holding simply to see it accrue in value. That's my hot take.
Man, oh man.
So for the ethos of Bitcoin, this is bearish for me. For the price of Bitcoin, this is bullish.
Got a new guy in the chat named Blazer. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. You know what Blazer said? First thing in the chat. He's up in here. He's listening to your foolishness, bro. He's listening to your crazy kookameme ideas. Blazer says BTC is dead, but have a whole stream on it. What are you talking about? How do you expect to come up on this show and be like, yo, we need an ETF. We need his institutions up in here. And then all of a sudden, 180 straight pivot, go the opposite direction.
Pivot. It's not a pivot. What Bitcoin was created for, that idea of Bitcoin, that version of Bitcoin is dead.
You said Bitcoin is dead. That's like telling your girlfriend or your wife that she got fat. You don't do that.
Rocco.
We believe in this. You don't say Bitcoin is dead. Bitcoin is the truth here.
Rocco,
okay?
I know you were paying attention.
I'm just saying, you throwing out all kinds of crazy words right now. And like, let me tell you something, man. If you thought that something was going to get mass market adoption, go around the world, replace the dollar and be the new monetary system, do you think that the biggest players in the monetary system aren't going to play that game? Okay, right now, yes, manipulatable. It's smaller. But you know what won't be manipulated? 15, 20, 30 years from now, when all of the big banks are in it, major countries are in it, and billions of people control it. Anything can be manipulated. It doesn't matter what it is. Any market, the oil market, the gold market, anything. So if your thing is, hey, well, now it can be manipulated, what can't be manipulated? Give me an answer. Answer me this. What one asset on this planet cannot be manipulated? David? So there we go.
Some are more easy to manipulate than others.
And you know what's easier to manipulate? Things that don't have mass adoption. As things become more and more widely used, as people become more dependent on oil, it becomes harder to manipulate. As more people become invested in gold, it becomes harder to manipulate. I'm not saying that it's 100% free of it. We see the manipulations in both of those markets. The same thing with Bitcoin. And if anything, in anything that we use, if it gets mass adoption across the planet per the population, then if that happens, people are going to take advantage and people want control. If you see that people want internet, there's going to be a few companies that control the internet. If you see that everybody is using a cell phone, there's going to be a handful of players that step up and use that control that market. And if everybody's using Bitcoin, it is no different. If you sit here and you have this grand vision for Bitcoin, you think that Bitcoin's going to be the go-all to change everything, it's going to be the new monetary whatever. If that's your vision and you believe that, then you need to believe that if that comes true, which I believe it will, there's going to be forces that be that you can't stop, that are hungry for power and they're hungry for control and they have the leverage to do so. That's just the way the world works, my man. And it's coming. It's inevitable. That's it. I know that's just coming. Bitcoin's going to be controlled, and every other asset that grows into a large market cap will also be controlled because that's just human nature. Somebody sees something worth something, I want it. If I see a Ferrari outside or a badass Lamborghini, I want it. And if I have the means to get it, I'll do it. That's it. That's how the world works. Unless you're lazy and you look at a Ferrari like, I can't ever get that. Then you ain't part of the game. Don't play. Don't pick up the dice.
I know what you're saying. From a morality standpoint, I think so. You know,
it may go against its initial principle.
The idea of what Satoshi wanted Bitcoin to be is dead. That Bitcoin is dead.
Or is it? Or maybe this is what he wanted. Maybe he knew that was an inevitable consequence of mass adoption across the world. To replace a monetary system, you can't expect simply citizens to play without corporations. And Satoshi was an extremely intelligent man. He was not only a visionary, somebody that knew economics, he also knew coding. He understood fundamentally multiple aspects of macro environments, global coding, computer science. The dude was an absolute genius. So in my opinion, I think he knew if it took off, it was going to be used by banks. But he put in as many safeguards as he could. He put in as many control mechanisms as he could. You want to control this, then you have to control the computer chip market. And to a point that like you don't even let anybody else buy computer chips. And even then, good luck. And so I think he knew what he was doing. And that's why it's impossible at this moment to control the Bitcoin network forever. You might be able to acquire enough hash power, but at some point, competitor will come in and take it from you. And so I kind of disagree. I kind of think that Satoshi knew what time it was. He's a smart ass dude.
How do you know he's a dude?
Smart ass chick.
You know what? We're going to get Satoshi on the show to finally put this to rest. All right, let's move on. What do you guys think? I know what I said. You know, it's not very popular, but hey, my opinion. Take for it what you want. Hate me, love me. As long as I give you my 100% honest truth, that is all that matters to me. Rocco.
Yes, sir.
Talking point. Not all is well in the land of Coinbase as they are asking the Supreme Court of the United States of America to halt lawsuits and push for arbitration. Coinbase has asked the U.S. Supreme Court to halt 2 lawsuits filed by users of the exchange while the company aims to gain appeals that would send the case to arbitration. Coinbase asked for emergency intervention in the filing, saying that it would suffer, quote, irreparable harm. Irreparable harm if the lawsuits were allowed to go on. The first case relates to an individual who lost $31K after he gave a scammer remote access to his account. The other case involves an alleged violation of California consumer law by holding a $1.2 million Dogecoin sweepstakes that did not adequately disclose that the entrants had to buy or sell the crypto. Coinbase has pointed to user agreements that users agreed to as a way of getting the case to be heard in private arbitration, but courts have rejected that. As such, Coinbase is making its appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. So, irreparable harm. Rob, do you think they're throwing out phrases like irreparable harm to kind of make the Supreme Court more like cognizant and like maybe push them?
I mean, if you're trying to sell something, you're gonna push all the
like
the
title of the
narratives.
video today?
Yeah,
Bitcoin's dead.
so why not? I mean,
Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, how is a $31,000, assuming it's a $31,000 lawsuit, and 1.2 million, this one, I don't see how that will cause irreparable harm to the largest exchange in the U.S.
and it's also about precedence. You know, if you get sued and lose a case, even if it's for a small amount of money, doesn't stop the next person from doing the same thing, essentially, right?
What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. We'll see. You know what? I when I think I know something about court cases,
Yeah, none of us are lawyers. Right?
yeah, the thing goes a different direction. Not even about being lawyers, just my own personal sentiment. Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of times it's about who's got more money, right? And so even if Coinbase loses, I mean, they're still gonna win. You know, they're gonna settle or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna drag stuff out. Very rarely does someone with more money fundamentally lose out. You know,
Right.
like exponentially more money. Like when you make, you know, you're a small lawyer or a small law firm and you're representing somebody. I'm not saying you don't have a chance, but well, let's be real. When you have a team of lawyers, team of just best lawyers in the world, look.
We'll see. We'll see what the Supreme Court says, and we'll follow up on this this news here. But a little concerning, to say the least. They would use a phrase like irreparable harm. Let's move on. Solana blames Slope Wallet for the hack, while Slope says that nothing is yet firm. The team behind the Solana blockchain has tied the widespread hack that affected over 8,000 wallets and resulted in the loss of over $8 million worth of funds to the closed source Slope wallet. After an investigation by developers, ecosystem teams, and security auditors, it appears affected addresses were at one point created, imported, or used in Slope mobile wallet applications, said the official Solana status Twitter. Now, Slope neither confirmed nor rejected the claim. Not familiar with Slope? They are a web-based non-custodial crypto wallet and browser extension that allows users to manage assets on the Solana blockchain. And here's something interesting. My God, Slope was sending plain text private key and seed phrases to a server. There is absolutely no acceptable design reason for that. And here, there are people much smarter than us when it comes to coding and this and that. But here you go. Here's proof. Happening on Android and iOS. They were sending plain. That.
You know, first of all, right? I mean, I don't need to say anything that you guys aren't already
Like,
thinking.
dude, what?
You know, so I'm not gonna say anything that you guys aren't already thinking. Obviously, just an absolute crap show, right? But here's the thing. Let me ask y'all a question. Don't be trading on your cell phone. Okay, there might be a 0.01% of people out here that are conducting so many trades and are so profitable in their trades, and there's the gurus at charts and whatever. And maybe that 0.01%, that 1 in 1,000 of people can successfully trade on the fly in their car, on their cell phone. But there is no reason, realistically, for you to be trading, to be using your wallet on your phone. Go the hell home and use your computer. Your best case scenario would be to plug in a hardware wallet, execute your trade, unplug. Now that would be the smartest way to go. But at least bare minimum, don't use a phone. What happens with phones? You lose phones. It's in your pocket. You can get robbed. Somebody can take your phone. Like, at least just go home. Whatever trade you're going to execute, it can wait. The price of whatever it is, whatever FOMO mentality you got going on, it might be beneficial for you to actually digest, think about it, sit in a computer chair, pull up the screen, maybe take some time to think about it. The last thing you really want to do is be like, what was that coin? Hold on. What'd you say it was? Like, you don't want, that is a bad idea. Just from top to bottom. Not to mention security, bro.
So you're blaming people who use their phone?
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just simply saying, don't be using a smartphone to trade. Unless you're in that guru trade mentality where you're executing
this has got to be the dumbest company ever.
Yeah. The company's stupid.
Like
I have
literally
nothing. I got nothing
phrases. Like the whole thing is, don't take pictures of it. Don't put it in your phone. Don't upload it anywhere. Write it down on a piece of paper. Hide it. And you are sending the messages to a server. And then they come out and say, well, nothing's firm yet.
I wonder if they accidentally send the message. You know how like when you go to text somebody and you're like, man, I can't stand that person, and you actually text it to that person, and they're like, oh shit, my bad.
Such BS. And you know what? Solana's founder, Anatoly Yakovenko, goes, well, that's why we're working on the Solana phone.
Did he say that?
He said that.
He really said that?
He really said that. Well, we can't control it. It's not a mainnet issue, but that's part of the reason why we're working on a Solana phone is it'll be encrypted, blah, 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 blah.
What did I just say about the phones? What did I just say about the
Steph
phones?
Curry's got
We
a
don't
point.
need a Solana phone.
Steph Curry has a point. Way more people have a phone versus a laptop. What if you can't afford a computer and all you have is a phone?
Okay, if you don't have a computer, cool. Then use whatever means you have.
You good. Robin
Whatever.
gives you the...
However,
Okay.
if you're buying tens of thousands of dollars in crypto, if you're
afford a
sitting here
computer.
talking about you just went poor, you lost all your life savings, you take $150 out of that account and you go to Walmart and you buy yourself a Surface whatever Chromebook. You go buy yourself a cheap laptop.
I just can buy my wife
right
a
now.
Chromebook for $200.
Right now. Stop it. Now, if you're just dabbling for the first time in crypto and you don't know what the hell you're doing, you just want a little exposure, cool. Yeah, use your phone. Yeah, sure. Yeah, get your training wheels on. But you're over here with racks and racks, 10,000, 20,000.
Racks on racks.
Like, you over here you making your purchases on a cell phone. You need to stop. Who's this? We had a friend yesterday transferring around $10,000 that we were talking to this guy on a trading platform on his phone.
Who was that?
Steve.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's over here. He's freaking out. He's on his phone. Dude freaking out. He's like, yo, he won't let me transfer money out. He won't let me transfer money out. I'm like, and I tell him, I'm like, yo, when did you put it in? He's like, 4 days ago. I'm like, it needs to clear, bro. ACH 10 days, baby. I'm like, maybe it'll clear sooner. And he's like freaking out. He didn't believe me, so he goes to David. And I'm like, yo, you thought I was lying? Like,
He was using a Solana phone?
No, that's the problem. He should have been using the Solana phone. All right, let's
just stop. Be like, do it at home, man.
Guys, now listen. It is of extreme importance you take an abundance of caution. Abundance of caution. Don't trust it. I mean, you look at our fan member, Strictly Sports. Did nothing wrong. Did everything the way you're supposed to do, and still because it's a hot wallet and it's on the internet or linked to the internet, he lost some money. Sucks. Be vigilant. Meta expands digital collectible support on Instagram to 100 more countries. And the big one here, they adopt the Flow blockchain. I'm bullish on Flow, bro. Are you bullish on Flow? It's like Flow was doing a lot behind the scenes and it's not being reported the way it should.
I
have a hard time finding information on Flow.
I could see this being a 50, 100x project next bull run. Has a potential.
50 or 100x?
Yeah. I mean, we
50
had
to 100x. Hold on.
we've had okay. Hear me out. We've had from the bottom of the bear market last cycle. We had what, like 50 different projects, 50x, right? Probably, I would say on average. I could see this being one of them. Cardano, top 10 project, 1 penny to $2.30.
So you're saying, you're saying it's a $150 billion project? But you don't think Aave could be a $50 billion project? You are high.
No, I just don't think there's enough people that have collateral to use the Aave platform. That's literally what I was making my argument about. There's not enough retail money that can be locked up in collateral, and the next bull run is going to be full. It's going to be riddled of companies that are going to be FOMO'd into by retail, and maybe this is one of them. And I'm telling you, you sit here and talk about 50, 100x in a project that's in the top 100. You're like, that's crazy. Cardano, 1 penny, 1 cent for months. For months. 1 penny, $2.30. 230x.
It got to almost $3.
Well, whatever. Almost a 300x. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, but this
in
ain't
3 years.
This ain't 300x
in 3 years. And you know what? That's one example. There was like 50 other projects that 50 to 100x. And you ask my opinion, it has all the check marks.
Well,
could this be another 50, 100x project? Absolutely. Smart contract platform built on Bitcoin. What else you want, man?
Flow?
Isn't that what it is?
No, you're thinking about stacks.
Stacks.
Flow also is a minor thing.
Flow and no, they're mainly
Stacks.
NFTs. They have Dapper Labs.
But still, very bullish on Flow, very bullish on stacks too.
I'm bullish on Flow. Like I said, I like when I go through my morning content stuff, I rarely see stuff on Flow. And I guess you have to have a company like Meta come in for Flow to be in the news. Meta, parent company of Facebook, announced on Thursday it is expanding its Instagram digital asset integration to over 100 countries. Now, Instagram has over 2 billion worldwide active users. This is a quote from Meta. As of today, we support connections with third-party wallets, including Rainbow, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, and Dapper Wallet coming soon. They are leveraging the Flow blockchain, which now their Flow is part of Ethereum and Polygon. Those are the 3 blockchains that are supported with Meta and what they're doing. You surprised it wasn't Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, Binance, Flow? Is that surprising? I mean, Solana is the number 2 NFT platform, right?
I don't expect Solana. I don't expect any company trying to leverage. I just don't expect Solana. I'm sorry. It's just, if you're a business and you're trying to mitigate risk, what the hell would draw you there? I get it, maybe speed, but not good. Here's the thing. Meta, what are they going to have? They're going to have a metaverse, right? You need constant connectivity, no downtime. You cannot.
The antithesis of Solana.
Exactly. Well, you have to.
Everything Solana's against.
Here's the thing. Just take metaverse out of the equation. Same company, Meta. Let's just think. If Meta was going to partner with somebody to power Facebook, can it even be an option on the table for Facebook to go down?
No.
Not even in quite like if there's any evidence to say, hey, you know what? If we go with this partner, Facebook might go down for 18 hours. Like, that's not okay. Like, it's not possible.
Smell that.
No.
Smells weird. Rocco, smell this later. Bullish. I forgot what I was going to say. But very bullish for Flow. I like Flow. It's just like, tell me, guys, okay, community. Let me know if you have the same issue. There's so many good projects right now that are so cheap. You just don't know where the hell to put your money. Put a 1 if you're the same way. Robin, are you putting a 1? Are you the same? Do you ever get like overwhelmed by like, I want to buy this, I want to buy this, I want to buy this, I want to get this, I want to have this. Do you or no? Bro, like Aave, Quant, Flow, Cardano, AVAX, freaking Algorand, Hedera. Like, it's just like there's only so much money to go around. I'm going to have to start telling my kids they can't go to soccer and coding and ballerina or whatever my daughter does. Ella, if you're watching, I love you. I think she does gymnastics. Anyways, let's move on. We're almost done. The merge, Ethereum, we're talking some Ethereum. The merge will catalyze Ethereum into a global institutional grade asset, a new report suggests. They have singled out ETH as having the potential to become an asset that will merit attention from large international investors. And they indicated the asset currently could be mispriced. Not the first time I've heard that either. Ethereum has outperformed in several key adoption metrics that have high correlation with price, including active users, non-zero balance addresses, and transactions. In absolute terms to the last bear market and relative to Bitcoin, here are some of the metrics that they were talking about, and I can zoom in. So just look at the percentage change you have. Let me do this. 7 day, 1 month, 3 month, 12 month, 3 year, and then the percentile in the end. Everything, essentially everything except the ERC20 addresses is in the green across the board. 12 months, 3 years, 1 month. Robin, and then one last thing. The number of Ethereum transactions has stayed strong year on year, losing only 7% in transfer volumes, regardless of the 30% drop. So what does this tell us? People are still using ETH. The price is mismatched. It's mispriced to what Ethereum's value really should be. Robin, agree or disagree?
Both.
Explain.
I think that the price is where it should be due to the market conditions. But I think the top projects are mismatched because of where they're going to be. So I think Bitcoin's price should be way higher for the amount of people that know about Bitcoin, for the amount of people that understand the technology, for the amount of institutions that are ready to get in, for the amount of people that see the potential for Bitcoin. The price doesn't match. And so in that case, it's underperforming where it should be. Now, the other top projects, Ethereum number 2 next up, same case scenario. This is a smart contract platform that makes data transfer, wealth transfer, the movement of money, and a list of things that it can fundamentally change and improve our lives with is so deep that the price that it is now dramatically falls short of where it should be. And with that said, because Bitcoin's at 22,000, because it is correlated, because there's not so much money flowing into crypto, because the ecosystem hasn't evolved to what it's going to be or where it's going to be, it falls short and it's undervalued. But at the same time, it's still $200 billion are tied up into Ethereum. The market cap is $200 billion. It's a lot of damn money, man. And so right now, it's on par for where it's supposed to be. Right now, $1,500 Ethereum, it's right where it should be because all of that potential ain't here yet. It will be here. So it just depends on what you're looking at as time horizon, in my opinion.
The year is 2026, Robin. 4 years from now, what's Ethereum's price per token?
10x.
So $12,000? No, $15,000?
Yeah. I think everything. I think all if it's here, okay, the entire market is gonna 10x by 2025. 2025, the market's gonna 10x.
$10 trillion crypto
So
market?
if you're still number 1 on the market cap list, you 10x. You're number 2 on the market cap list, you 10x. Here's my question to you: is Bitcoin and Ethereum gonna be 1 and 2 next bull market? Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're number 3, 4, or 5, if you're number 3, 4, or 5 right now, you're going to 10x. That's just that. Right now, you just got to figure out the shuffle. That's all you got to figure out. We know who first and second place is, but who is 3rd to 10? 3 through 10. Who is that? If you figure out who 3 to 10 is, you invest now. You 10, 20, 30x easy. And if they're not in the top 10 right now and they get into the top 10, think about Terra Luna's rise. If they're not in the top 10, say they're number 50, number 80, number 90 on the CoinMarketCap list.
Where do you stop? Top 200, top 300, top 100?
It doesn't matter. Wherever you came from, the bigger the gains, the further outside you are from the top 10. But if you can figure out the top 10 projects for the next bull market, you can identify those now. You can hedge your bet and you can diversify your investment. You could put, say, $1,000 or whatever your budget is, $100, $1,000, $10,000, whatever you decide to put in. You diversify that. You put it into 10, 20 assets, and you're just like, I need one of you guys, one of you. I just need in the top 10. That's all I need. One of my 20.
You know what? Let's do a video on that, bro. Let's do a series. Let's do a little video series.
I don't like to do the
We'll do a
10
playlist.
100x turn 10,000 into 100,000.
No.
As long as it ain't that, bro.
No.
Because
It'll
those
be-
guys are the people that do the 10x your portfolio, all this crap.
No. No prices. What do we think?
We'll
could be
talk about this afterward. I don't like to talk about a discussion of an idea because then if I push back, you're gonna get mad and then whatever. Like,
No, I'm not mad.
yeah, but
You know how happy I am? I want Rocco real quick.
Well, what do you want?
2026. What's the price of one Ethereum token?
I will say over 20,000.
Over 20K?
I think so.
Okay.
We went already at 4,000 and plus.
You literally right now sound like the Godfather. Very low.
I make him
Very
an
calm.
offer you can refuse. $20,000 Ethereum.
Rocco, we love you.
Love you too.
By the way, a lot of the stuff you guys see, the camera switching, the layouts, the overlays, the like, that is all Rocco. I feel like Rocco, you don't get the recognition you deserve sometimes. We love you. You know, Robin and I really appreciate you. I want our community to understand that what this man does for the production is vital and key. So make sure y'all throw Rocco's emoji out there. Show him some love. Rocco, we love you.
and then also, if you guys could, if you're interested in joining our membership program, want to be a member? How we pay our lease here. That's all I got.
Well, where can they remember?
Yeah, it's just the
Description of this video.
Yeah,
Let's go.
description. I don't know. If
All
you're
right,
if you're on a non iOS device, there's a membership button there, and you get cool emojis. What's our next emoji? Can we make the emoji the thumbs up sign?
No, dumb. How about we let Rocco pick the next emoji? Rocco,
I gotta pick the emoji.
you got to what?
You gotta pick the emoji.
You got to pick the emoji. Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe. All right. Oh God. Okay, we're gonna end here. Big D, I love you. I know you're always here for the NFT Alpha, my friend, but we kind of with the flow thing. But we kind of ran out of time, and I just got notification that they just declared monkeypox a public health emergency here in the U.S. Which I don't.
We're gonna keep our opinions to ourselves on that one.
Yeah, I just stated a fact. That was
No, that's good. Good. Read the news. Yeah,
Yes, read the news.
100%.
We got anything else to add before we skedaddle out of here, obey?
That is it, sir.
All right, guys. Remember, tomorrow is Forest Day. Yay! I freaking love Fridays, man. Love Fridays because the knowledge that man brings so vital.
We're also bringing in a handful of new personalities and guests to join us on the show, so that way we
If there's someone you guys really want us to bring, go ahead and tweet that at us. Tweet it at us and tag them on Twitter as well, and we will work to bring those people on for you. We are working behind the scenes hard right now to bring guests on. We have a very special guest coming on next Friday. So you have two guests next Friday. You'll have Forrest and mystery guest. Also, the following Monday, we will have another very special guest coming on. So a lot of things happening. We want to bring you guys value. We appreciate your support, so we want to give you value back for your support. Rocco, roll the outro music. Friends, family, friends of family, and family of friends. On behalf of myself, Rocco, you got to start remembering. There you go. On behalf of myself, Robin, and Don Rocco, we love you guys. Thank you so much for your continued support. We look forward to ending the week off with you tomorrow. Please come back 10:30 in Vegas time. Until then, peace.
You. Ciao.
You need to change your name to Don Rocco.